Hey, what's up? My name is Chris. We're getting ready for another Screen Team, and I'm being joined by my good friend Doug Anderson here. Doug and I are getting ready to talk about a film that's about music. We both love music.
Absolutely.
I'm a DJ. He's a rocker. We're both into the music scene, so we're going to review a movie that has to do with music, and it's called
Airheads.
Airheads. All right. This is a movie that came out in the late 1990s. Stars Brendan Fraser, Adam Sandler, and Steve Buscemi. And these guys are a bunch of rockers who, what is going on in this plot, Doug?
Okay, so basically in a nutshell, you can't really call them failed musicians. I mean, they really haven't failed, but they're in L.A.
Okay.
where the scene's happening. You know, all the record companies are there.
Sure.
And they're just basically three guys they're just trying to get a record deal. They've been busting their butts all these years, doing the club thing, as many bands have done.
And you know a lot about that as well.
Yeah. Yes, firsthand. It's funny because being a, dare I say, musician, I'm just a guy that beats on things. But being that guy, I could totally relate to where these guys are coming from. You got your 9-to-5 job, pays your bills, and then by night, you're the quintessential rock star, or trying to be. And that's basically what they're trying to do. They just want to be seen and heard, mainly heard. And the powers that be keep just knocking them down.
So you're going to make fun of me here, Doug, but I have not seen Airheads.
I can't believe you haven't seen this movie, Chris.
I love Brendan Fraser. I love Adam Sandler. I love Buscemi. I love rock and roll. Why haven't I seen this film? I have no idea. But Netflix didn't have a copy for me to see. I couldn't find a copy of this movie anywhere, Doug.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll do you a solid. Just as soon as I can dig my copy out of the abyss that is our CD and DVD collection at home.
What do you got? It on Laserdisc or something, Doug?
No. I don't have it on Laserdisc. I couldn't afford that. No, I've got a copy of it at the house, and I will let you borrow it, and then you could watch it, and you will know then what the great thing about Airheads.
Okay, so
Awesome.
you and I both love music. Is there a lot of well-known music? I mean, how's the soundtrack to this? Is there a lot of...
I haven't heard the actual soundtrack itself, but I know that Motorhead played a really big role in it. Born to Raise Hell, one of my absolute favorite, not only favorite Motorhead songs, but favorite rock songs, period.
Sure.
There's two versions. There's a movie cut that's got, of course, Motorhead with Lemmy, and then there's Whitfield Crane from Ugly Kid Joe fame, and there's Ice-T from Body Count. They do guest appearance vocals.
Oh, cool.
Knock it out of the park. Both of them. Just awesome. Lemmy does make a cameo.
Does he really?
Yes, he does.
That's awesome, man.
People nowadays would really know who he is, but back then you really had to know who Motorhead was.
Right.
And really appreciate Lemmy to recognize him in the movie.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys that, I was the editor of the school newspaper. There was a part in the movie where one of these cops, I think the head of the SWAT team, was trying to pull one over on Brendan Fraser's character, Chaz. So he's like, hey, Chaz or Chester, why don't you tell everybody that you're, what you really are? You're just a big nerd from high school. So he's like, he gets called out in front of all these people. He's like, I was in the D&D when I was in school. I used to pick my boogers and all this stuff. So all these people, all this crowd of people are out there in front of this radio station, and they're like, oh, well, they all kind of feel bad for him. And one guy's like, I was in the D&D too. And then Lemmy, I was just editor of the school newspaper. Then there's one guy's like, I used to, well, I don't want to say what he said he did.
Sure.
So everybody's kind of on the side now, and makes the cop look like an idiot.
So let me ask you something. Did the pseudo band that we had here with Brendan Fraser and Steve and Adam Sandler, did they have any music in this? Did they do any?
They did one song,
tunes?
And I gotta confess, it's been a little while since I've seen it too. Let Lord have mercy, I can't think of the name of the song.
Do you remember it being any good, though? Did you?
Degenerated, that's the name of the song. It's not bad. Yeah. And I think it was them that actually played the song.
Yeah, well, I know Adam Sandler's a big musician, so.
Oh, I forgot White Zombie makes an appearance.
Do they really?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was White Zombie.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Oh, yeah. His bass player, she's doing windmills. The guitar player's doing windmills. Of course, Rob's doing windmills. It was the original White Zombie band.
I love that. Who were, out of these three guys right here, who's the comic relief? Who's the one that really does it for you?
Well, I mean, obviously
Buscemi, or is it Sandler?
Man, I hate to say Buscemi.
Buscemi's
he knocks it out of the park. But it, like Sandler, I don't think he was really that well known at that time. Mm-hmm. He had a lot of like really subtle one-liners.
So this was like before. I think I remember this was before like Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right on. Okay.
This obviously is not his first movie, but probably the first movie that you really knew who he was.
Gotcha.
Like, oh, I know that guy. I think he's on SNL.
Gotcha.
And at that time, he was just on SNL.
So does Stacy like this movie?
Yes.
She does?
Yes, she does. She will say she doesn't, but she's full of it. She does like it.
You're being called out, Stace. You're being called out.
Hey, every time it's in the DVD player, she's watching it, and she's laughing.
Am I going to like this movie there, Doug?
Are you going to like it?
Am I going to like it?
Yes, you will.
All right. You got to dig out that copy for me, man.
I will.
Goodness gracious. It was 2018. I can't find a copy of Airheads.
I'll get it to you.
It's crazy.
There's one part in there where Brendan Fraser's character calls out the I can't remember his name in the movie, but he's the program director. He calls him out. He's like, you and your Bowie haircut and your Hagar slacks. He's making the stab at Sammy Hagar, which, we're both from the St. Louis area. We love Sammy Hagar.
Of course, man.
Have to. But it's kind of funny because, like, I knew what he was talking about, the Van Halen era and all that. Like, I get that.
So do you have to be a rocker to like this film?
I don't think so. It definitely helps.
Sure.
It definitely helps. If you're a fan of Buscemi, Sandler, Brendan Fraser, you're going to like the movie. If you're a fan of Motorhead, you're going to like the movie. If you're a fan of all things rock and roll, you're going to like the movie. If you're an idiot, you're not going to like the movie.
All right. Well, there you go. There you go. Words there from Doug. I'm Chris. The movie is called Airheads. And if you can find it, please let me know. All right.
It was awesome.
We got more reviews coming your way next right here on the Screen Team.